Hey guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com/ask. That is your public Q&A forum to submit questions for future videos such as this one. Okay, so before we jump into this question, I just gotta warn you guys, my voice is still not 100%, but you know me, that's not really gonna stop me from getting work done. So, just a small disclaimer. Alright, so getting into today's question comes from Tyler Stephen Thomas Sahidi. That's a long name. Tyler Stephen says, do you think Apple having an open beta is a good idea? Do you think other companies should follow in their footsteps? And of course, be sure to follow Tyler Stephen on Twitter over at twitter.com/TSSAHaiti. I know I said that wrong, but either way, that link is right below. So this is a really good question, and I'm going to do my best to keep my answer short because, again, my voice. So as you know, or as you probably know, Apple recently opened the public beta for OS X Yosemite, also known as OS X 10.10. I know, that's a little confusing. So is this a good idea? I'm just gonna say, hell yeah. This is easily a very good idea. I see nothing wrong with open public betas. Not only is this a great way of users like you and myself getting our hands on new products and services for completely free, but it's also an excellent way of companies like Apple to do some research on who's using their product, how they're using their product, and what kind of bugs and glitches their users are running into along the way. I mean, I see nothing wrong whatsoever with companies like Apple doing this. And the same thing goes for companies like Bungie, who opened up a Destiny beta not too long ago. Now, unfortunately, it's closed as of this video, but still, while it was open, I was lucky enough to have access to the PS4 open beta of Destiny, and I really, really enjoyed it. Because one, again, it was free to use. Two, I felt like I was part of like an exclusive early access club, which just in itself is a pretty cool feeling. And three, simply put, I knew I was helping Bungie by playing their game. I mean, granted, I didn't run into any serious issues, which is obviously a good thing for me and Bungie, but still, I was playing their game, and they were obviously tracking my progress along with other gamers' progress. Now, obviously, open betas are nothing new. We've had these kinds of things for a while now. I mean, look at games like Battlefield. We've had Battlefield open betas several times. I've only played it like once or twice. I believe Battlefield 4 on the PS3. Yes, PS3, not PS4. No, 360, Xbox 360, I'm sorry. And it was a lot of fun. Now, that beta was the complete opposite of what I experienced with Destiny. Battlefield 4 was just a mess. I mean, it was still fun and enjoyable enough to play, but it was definitely a far from complete kind of status. Whereas with Destiny, it actually had that finished and polished feeling. Now, getting back on track in terms of OS X Yosemite, I did say that open betas are always a good idea for companies to open up because it's just a win-win for everyone involved. Almost everyone. Which brings me to the point of where I'm going to say I refuse to use the open beta of OS X Yosemite because I simply cannot take the risk of running into serious bugs and glitches on that thing back there, my late 2013 Mac Pro, also known as my primary workstation. I have projects on here not only for myself, but for clients as well. So I'm not going to be running Yosemite as my primary OS as of today and actually open up projects for clients and just take that risk. Because guys, let's face it, it would be very embarrassing for me to have to email said client and say, look, I'm sorry, but I kind of lost your entire video project. And well, there's nothing we can do except for, start over. So yeah, I mean, not only do I lose a lot of time in the process, but my client also loses a lot of time, which is not good for anyone involved. Now, with that said, apparently the Yosemite beta has gotten a lot better with each build that releases, but still, I refuse to use the open beta of Yosemite until Apple officially releases it, which I don't think we have an official date yet, but I'm predicting mid-October, maybe late. So Tyler Stephen, there you go. I hope this answers your question. So my short answer, yes, open betas are a great idea for companies because it's free advertising. It's free usage for the consumers and prosumers involved. But like I said, as good as open betas are, there's always that one little risk of something huge going wrong. And I simply just can't take that chance until I see an official release. But with something like video games like, Destiny and Battlefield, that's a completely different story. Because while video games are made for enjoyment, while in my opinion, computers exist to get work done, to be productive. So guys, as always, please do not hesitate to send in questions over at davidfranco.com/ask because those questions can turn into future videos as well as free exposure for your website, Twitter, YouTube, anything you want. So it's a win-win scenario. I get more content to create, you get more content to consume, and you get free exposure. What's so bad about that? So guys, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Your continued support is awesome, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.